Good morning, friends. Welcome to our weekly read and discuss session. We are reading an article, WooP It Up, Rethinking Positive Thinking by Minal Simhai. What is your dearest wish? What holds you back from achieving it? These strike me as questions out of a self-help book, yet they come to us from Gabriel Ortengen, an NYU and University of Hamburg psychology professor who has spent the last 20 years conducting scientific research on wishes, how we fulfill them, and what stands in their way. In her book, Rethinking Positive Thinking Inside the New Science of Motivation, Ottengen offers proven tools for thinking better, clarify our goals, achieving the attainable ones, and identify the internal barriers that hold us back. Her toolkit is straightforward, a four-step process called WOOP, Wish, Outcome, Obstacle, Plan. Here, WOOP app succinctly guides us, making it easy and convenient to whoop up on the bus, in the dentist waiting room, or almost anywhere else. Sometimes I mistakenly believe that things need to be complicated in order to be worthwhile. I confuse simplicity with a lack of refinement and sophistication. Yet, in this case, nothing could be further from the truth. I love sleek architecture and modern furniture, so why not seek positive psychology tools too? Through dozens of experiments over 2 decades, Ottingen has been able to streamline her reams of data into a user friendly app, book, and tool. As someone who is trying to whoop my own life, I'm grateful that she has made the process straightforward. Step 1, Wish. In our fast paced world, we often lose sight of dreaming, wishing, and fantasizing. Our goals become the one imposed from outside or in reaction to others. Attention prompts us to imagine our most important wishes and select one that is challenging but unattainable. Wishing is very refreshing. Try it for a couple minutes and see what bubbles up and write it down. Advice or positive thinking often stops here. Make a wish, put it on out to the universe and wait for the bounty to fall in our laps. Attention cautious against this approach, citing research that shows that just imagining our success actually makes us less likely to achieve the to invest the hard work necessary to turn our visions to reality. Yet elbow grease alone doesn't ensure success. To increase our odds of achieving a success, we continue whooping. Uh, I'll stop here. Do you want to go next, Wendy?
Step 2, outcome. This is the juicy part. Through her research, Oedigen has found that the next question to ask ourselves is, what would be the best thing, the best outcome about fulfilling your wish? How would fulfilling your wish make you feel? We can treat the step, indeed all the steps, like a mini meditation. After posing these questions to yourself, quietly observe everything that comes up. The first outcome we identify is often a surface outcome, but as we continue to revel in the possible outcomes, we discover something much deeper. For instance, I am currently whooping about eating better and losing weight. The surface outcome might be I look better in a bathing suit or I feel more attractive. So I kept drilling down. Question, why do I want to look better in a bathing suit? Answer, so I stop avoiding going to the pool with my kids. Question, why do I want to go to pool more with my family? Answer, so we can enjoy summer and my kids can learn how to swim. Question, why do I want to have a fun summer with my kids and teach them to swim? Answer, to create magical moments of connection and empower them to freely enjoy the water and the beach as they grow up. That process surprised me and made me realize that I can connect with my kids and swim regardless of what I eat. I just finished my kale salad and I'm sticking with healthy eating, but whooping helped me realize that I can nourish myself in many ways. Healthy eating, building deep relationships, and helping my kids develop a sense of mastery and appreciation are all ways to attain that deeper nourishment I crave. Desired outcomes are personal. For someone else, the desired outcome of healthy eating might be feeling more confident, having more energy, avoiding or managing a disease, or going vegetarian. Step 3, obstacle. Now the fun is done. Origin reminds us that things don't always work out and instructs us to identify the main obstacle that stands in the way of you fulfilling your wish. What is it with excuse me? What is it within you that holds you back from fulfilling your wish? As we did with the outcome, we drill down here, identifying a myriad of obstacles and deciding which one holds us back most. Initially, you might notice the obstacles outside yourself. Continuing with the healthy eating example, I might encounter obstacles such as not finding time to get to the farmer's market, too many donuts in the office Friday mornings, my kids' love for the burger joint around the corner, or a looming deadline at work that's sucking up my energy. While these external barriers don't support healthy eating, they are not the real problem. Odingen encourages us to go deeper if we dare. There I might discover internal obstacles that prevent me from making my wish a reality, such as not having much willpower, feeling that I deserve a treat because I work so hard, believing at some level that I'm not worthy of healthy, nourishing meals, being afraid of looking hot because I wouldn't know what to do with all that attention, etc. According to Odingen, whooping is effective because it works on our unconscious by forming a link between the desired future and present reality, and forging powerful unconscious associations between the obstacles we perceive and the instrumental behavior we need to take to overcome the obstacle. Once we identify the obstacles, two things can happen. First, we might realize that our goal is not attainable and decide to focus on one that is. It is through this process that whooping helps us set realistic goals. Odingen maintains. For example, maybe I've been fantasizing about becoming president, but after I reflect on the obstacles in my way, I decide that developing a consulting practice might be a more attainable next best step. Hillary Clinton might come to a different conclusion after her whooping process. All right, I'll stop here.
Okay, can you hear me? Should
Yeah.
hear me, right?
Yeah.
Step 4, plan. Lastly, we form a specific if, then, plan for addressing the obstacles if and when it arises. If, for example, I know myself to challenging emotions with cheesecake as my main obstacle, then my plan becomes, if I feel the urge to eat cheesecake, then I will journal for 5 minutes about the emotions I am experiencing. Now I have a strategy to deploy the temptation when temptation strikes. As you can see, WOOP is relatively simple to explain. The art lies in remembering to practicing it daily as often as it serves you. Over time, it can create a new way of thinking, one that empowers us to identify and pursue achievable goals, accurately assess and overcome obstacles, and become more intentional in our lives as we ourselves with concise plans. So download this WOOP app, read Rethinking Positive Thinking, Inside the New Science of Motivation by Gabrielle Ottogen. Leave a comment below and join us to discuss whooping on our next WBI book club call. Okay. The book club meeting was in July 2016, so I think we skipped it.
It's been a while.
Okay. Oh, yours are too.
So for listening, I think very simple approach. Example, wish, outcome, and, obstacle and plan. I think one thing she mentions that what I mean is contrary, like if you have a wish, let people know, let the universe know, and then it will conspire to help you. Sometimes I feel that works. I mean, just like remember, like if you, it's like basically if you want to do achieve something, you share it with some folks, and then since you have shared it, ingrains in your mind. Oh, I have told them I'll do something, and then you know, uh, just by that virtue that people are expecting you have to perform or you have to do that thing. I think that helps. I'm not sure about the world conspiring or universe conspiring to help you to achieve it. But one of the thing I have noticed, at least with my case, is if I share it with others, um, I have that in my mind. Oh, I have told some so and so person that I've been doing this. I will do this kind of, and that makes me more motivating to achieve it. The next part is outcome. I mean, I like the part like how she explained, uh, and then how we know obstacles and other stuff. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go next, Julie?
Sure. I really liked it. Reminded me of, in business planning was think of SWOT. It's looking at your, um, I think it's like your strengths, your weaknesses, your threats. I don't know what that A was for.
Oh,
But it's kind of like a business strategy. It's very simple, but it's to the point. Um, I like the idea of working through obstacles. That I thought was really useful. And also envisioning or imagining outcome. I was caution is imagining outcome is important, but also, there's always unintended consequences or serendipity. So also be open to new possibilities, and then also not to get too stuck on the expected outcome. So even if you have expected outcome, it didn't happen, you could still look for other success indicators, or you could just do it again. Looking for so one of the things for me in looking through success, using classic examples like Edison, sometimes you just have to go at it more than once. And I think the resilience with flexibility is really important in achieving our goals. That's all I have. Thank you.
I think for me, I've actually done this a couple of times without realizing I was doing it. First, when I was getting ready to move out of my parents' house and into my first apartment, well, what do I need to do to accomplish this goal?
Mm-hmm.
The first time it was when I was moving out of my, like I said, when I was moving into my first apartment. I need to do this, and I need my income, bank statement, and income, and birth certificate and stuff like that. And then the second time was when I was going to college, going to the online college. I needed to send them my transcripts and, fill out the application and pay the registration, the application fee. And and meanwhile, I'm picturing in my mind what's going to happen once I accomplish my goal. Including how I'm going to feel. That's it.
Thank you. That was useful for me, just to make a list of
And thank you.
to-dos.
wow.
Okay.
So Julie, should we discuss about the book at the next?
Yeah.
Okay. So so I think uh, which I mean which topic we should look for books. I was thinking about it. I mean, we can go with something to do like on spiritual or meditation or those kind of aspect, or one of them could be like maybe um, planning or some management point of view. Uh, and third would be kind of more like self help, something like those kind of things, or 4 hour work week, those kind of categories. Uh, that's what, yeah. So
I'm totally open. So I don't have anything specific.
So I'm open too.
So Atu, if you have a book you like to read, then that'd be great.
okay. I had one or two in my mind. So uh, and I had one soft copy. So let me go and check that one on uh, one is on meditation, and I just forgot its name, but I have one which one of my friend had recommended. I'll share that, and we can discuss if you want.
Okay.
All right.
Then if yeah, and then I was also thinking J Oza. There is his book.
Oh no.
Okay, you have already.
It's like a tome.
Oh really? Okay,
It's
okay.
like this thick. It's like 600 pages or
Is
something.
it?
Um,
Okay.
What we could do is if you want to go, it's online. If
Yeah, I have it online. I mean,
yeah, if there's one section, because he has like if there's only one section you want to read,
I see.
otherwise it might take us 3 years. I'm exaggerating, but
Okay.
um,
I actually, let me go and check my book, the one which I have. I have to check what's the size of that book is. Now that you now that you mentioned, okay, let me go and check. So,
okay,
yes, so that one thing I had in my mind. If
okay.
something else comes up,
I was thinking of, and I'm like on a scale of 10 to 0 to 10. I'm at about 2 or 3. It says Blue Ocean
Blue Ocean, okay.
Strategy. That's the second book.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Ocean Strategy Applications or something.
Okay,
So
okay.
the first book talks about more like theory,
Uh-huh.
but the second book talks about application methodology. So I was thinking of that might be interesting.
Okay.
But I'm pretty, like I said, it's just an idea. I'm not feeling passionate about it or anything.
I see, I see.
all right.
Okay. There is one Harvard PPT on that one actually. Blue Ocean
Which one?
Strategy Framework and Application. Uh,
How wiring? What did you say?
yeah, yeah, though I don't know whether you mentioned this one or not. It's like create uncontested market space, invent and capture demand. Blue Ocean Strategy, importance to business. Something. Maybe I just googled it. I just wanted to check what was it.
Okay, I don't remember.
Okay.
There is if you're interested in meditation and physiology, I'm reading this book that you might like. It kind of combines science with meditation. It's called, can you see it? Buddha's Brain.
Buddha's Brain. Okay.
And it looks at it really kind of combines like can you see?
Yeah.
Like brain synapses.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And a picture of the brain.
Uh-huh.
So it really maps the anatomy with the basic Buddhist practices.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you like that. It was highly recommended to me. I haven't read it yet.
You haven't read it yet? Okay, let's put that in our wish list then.
Okay.
So we can go over to we can go over it as well. Keep it in our list.
Okay.
So okay. Then What? Okay, so that's I'll add it in this list. Then I'll add the one which I have,
Great.
and then we can yeah we can just over the weekend we can go over it. If we go with our the one which I have, then I can share the PDF file with you, right?
Okay.
And then if not, then we can order some other book, and uh, then we can decide. There is
Okay.
yeah, similar one I had heard about, like the Buddha walks into the office, a guide to livelihood for a new generation. This is also, I mean, nobody recommended it, but I had seen two people in bus reading this book, so I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure whether it's. I mean, it was just that I had that thing in my mind. Okay, seems something interesting. Mhm.
I'm pretty neutral, so
Me too.
Okay,
yeah. So too, if you look through these and pick one, that'd be
so
great.
awesome.
I'm pretty okay. How about next week? Should I look for another article for us to read?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can keep the backup one article, and then if we can get the book and decide it, we can maybe we can start reading the book.
Okay, so I'll do yeah. I'll find an article as a backup. Okay,
All right.
Okay.
I'll just go through the science of wellness and
Mhm.
look for the next article. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
All right.
Okay, great. Everybody agrees.
Right. That's good. We can move to our commitment section.
Yep.
Oh, so for me, this week, one thing is I'm going to go to gym and do yoga. So I'm going to set that as a ritual. I liked it, and the instructor also good. Uh, so I'll continue basically going to gym and at least do yoga once a week in the class basically. Then we are still continuing playing cricket. So this even Saturday now after the session I'm going for cricket. So hopefully the weather is still holds up good. It was raining a day before, but good since it's clear now. We just decided that we'll go for cricket. So next week, hopefully the weather is still there and we play cricket. So that's one of my ways of keeping healthy on that one. Um, then on the work side, so the things have been stable now, and I I'm having a plan of completing one certificate. I borrowed a book from my friend with some AWS certification. I just wanted to have at least AWS related one of the certificate as my goal. By end of this year. Um,
What certificate?
Yeah, the AWS, like
Oh, AWS.
solution architect. So it's a path towards architect
Oh, okay.
to start at something at some bottom place. So uh, because we are as a part of our in a project, we'll be moving to AWS like public cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a lot of push in Salesforce as well to move to public cloud. Although it won't be happening in next few months, but definitely by next year, uh, there's a big push. So
Oh,
having those AWS expertise will definitely help me actually in my career. So so that's
that sounds great. A friend of mine, I don't talk to her anymore.
mhm.
She is architect,
Mm,
systems architect in Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I see, I see.
So yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing you're talking about, but
Mhm. uh, yeah, maybe there are different architecture. This is like more like AWS specific.
oh, okay, it's like a standard
Yeah,
protocol.
yeah, just like Microsoft certified. This is AWS certified.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, sounds great. Sounds challenging.
yes, definitely. Do you want to go next, Wendy?
Me. I hope I'm going to see my hear from my sister sometime this week. I hope. Other than that, keep up with my yoga and my exercise and all my reading. Let's see what else. Oh, and the exterminator comes this week, and they're doing something with my phone. It's going to be fiber optic. It's the connection. I think it has to do with how it connects, and that's Thursday, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you. I am going to send. I bought a congratulations card to David and Ashley, so I'm sending out the card, the wedding card. I need to make a hair appointment. I'm going to read from this book, From Fatigue to Fantastic. Has to do maybe with some of my symptoms, so I'm going to see if they match. And then I'm going to research a little bit on Medicare. That, just health insurance.
I see.
That's my goal this week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Too.
Bye, Atu. Thank you. Bye, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to stop broadcasting.